We're talking about Sun City and Latitude Margaritaville. Before we jump into Sun City today, let's take a deep dive into how Sun City came to be. Delbert Eugene Webb, famously known as Del Webb, was born in California in 1899. And this started a long history of Californians moving to Hilton Head Island. When he was 28, he was diagnosed with typhoid fever and ended up moving to Arizona because it was believed at the time that the hot, dry air was actually a good thing for typhoid fever. Del Webb was also a semi-professional baseball player, and in 1945, he purchased the New York Yankees for $2.8 million. He created the Del E. Webb Construction Company in 1928, but let's fast forward 20 years to 1948. In 1948, Webb was contracted by the Magma Copper Company to build a large 600-home subdivision and shopping center in Tucson, Arizona. This community would serve as the inspiration for Sun City. In 1959, James G. Boswell II, owner of a large agribusiness giant, sold land to the Del E. Webb Development Company for $20 million in Arizona. This 20,000 acres would serve as the future home for a large retirement community that would feature shopping centers, golf courses, and recreation centers. There was a nationwide naming contest where the winner would actually win a home in the community, and Del actually decided upon the name Sun City. Initially, Sun City offered 5 models that were characterized as model block homes with carports, and they ranged from $8,500 up to $11,750. And hey, for only $600 extra, you got air conditioning. So many people showed up to Sun City, Arizona's opening weekend that Del Webb would end up being on the cover of Time magazine and being named Man of the Year for 1962. Del Webb was now looking to expand this popular retirement community out east and had his eyes set on Hilton Head Island. In June of 1993, Del Webb Communities bought 5,100 acres from the Union Camp Company. They were using this land as an industrial tree farm for paper manufacturing. Sun City Hilton Head would end up opening in 1995, and Webb was optimistic that he could sell 400 homes a year. At that time, the average price in Sun City for a home was $260,000, and you had to drive to the island just to go grocery shopping. It was near Hilton Head, but not on Hilton Head, and sales, they weren't meeting Webb's expectations. You can actually find an old New York Times article where Webb was actually trying to scale back the building process and lower the number of homes from 8,500 to 6,500. And he was also trying to finish developing the community in 2006 instead of the initially proposed 2013. In 2001, Pulte Homes would end up purchasing Del Webb Corporation for $800 million. And along with that, they would end up taking on $1 billion of Del Webb's debt. After reviewing the home prices and operations of the company, Pulte decided to drop the new home price to $118,900 and actually dropped the thousands of different design options down to just 250. New home orders ended up skyrocketing over 90%. All right, guys, even though it's almost October here in Bluffton, it's still 85 degrees and sunny, so I'm actually gonna send this over to Jordan on set. Thanks, Jordan. And Sun City is still growing. Recently, they opened their Argent East expansion, which is an additional 1,500 home sites and a recreational lifestyle building, as well as a 2-story fitness center. Looking at Sun City today, they have over 11,000 home sites, 19,000 residents, and they get over 800 visitors daily. Sun City's amenities are expansive. Just to name a few, they have 3 golf courses, 8 pools, multiple different fitness centers, pickleball courts, and tennis courts. They have bocce courts, a softball field, multiple community dog parks, a state-of-the-art wood shop, and a community garden. One of the many benefits of Sun City is the low HOA costs, especially compared to other gated communities in Bluffton. The HOA costs are approximately $230 a month, and they include your amenities, security, and if you live on the north side of Sun City, your lawn care. Sun City has over 150 different clubs and activities to choose from, some of which do have additional fees, and that's just depending on which club you decide on. Sun City has been an integral part of the Bluffton, Beaufort, and Jasper communities for over 30 years, and you can't deny how expansive Sun City is, not only in size, but how it takes care and caters to its residents. As far as the homes go, Sun City embraces the Lowcountry design with a modern twist. Throughout their floor plans, you can see a theme of vaulted ceilings, shiplap accent walls, and subway tiled backsplashes. Sun City currently has 4 collections: the Duet, the Scenic, the Distinctive, and the Echelon. The Duets are cozy, shared walled homes that range from 1,357 square feet all the way to 1,528 square feet. The Scenic are single-family homes which are mostly characterized by single stories with the option to add a loft. They range from 1,345 square feet to 1,581 square feet. The Distinctive models range from 1,600 square feet to 1,987 square feet. Lastly, the Echelon ranges from 2,179 square feet all the way to over 2,700 square feet. However, a newer, more modern neighbor was about to move in and give Sun City a run for their money. Let's dive into Latitude Margaritaville. Latitude Margaritaville is best known for its stylized homes and community that mix low country and island lifestyle. The community is characterized by bright tropical colors, shiplap, and fun Jimmy Buffett-inspired street names. But let's rewind to the day after Christmas in 1946. James William Buffett was born in Pascagoula, Mississippi, and grew up around sailing, especially since his father was a marine engineer and sailor. He would go on to play high school baseball, and a fun fact, he would actually end up purchasing many minor league baseball teams. At 15, he saw a folk music performance, and this inspired him to become a musician himself. He would end up playing trombone in his high school band, and while he was at Auburn University, his Sigma Pi fraternity brother ended up teaching him to play guitar so he could attract the ladies. He would end up failing out of Auburn because he couldn't juggle music, classes, and girls. But in that same year, he actually ended up in a Jefferson Airplane-inspired band called Upstairs Alliance. In 1971, Buffett took up an offer from one of his friends to go busking in Key West, and he loved it so much that he ended up moving there the following year. In 1977, Jimmy released his breakout hit, Margaritaville, which he wrote famously in 6 minutes in Austin, Texas, while he was drinking a margarita at the historical Mexican restaurant Lung's Cocina del Sur. In 1987, Jimmy started opening up restaurants in the Margaritaville name, which would expand from restaurants to bars to cafes to hotel entertainment complexes to casinos and even to a video game. The tropical island escapism made it super easy for his brand to grow. And in 2017, Jimmy partnered with Minto Homes to build Latitude Margaritaville Daytona and to build Latitude Margaritaville Hilton Head. In February of 2018, Margaritaville opened its sales center. And in July of that same year, it unveiled its model park, which had 9 models, and it emulated a Margaritaville style street, and it was a huge hit. The feedback from the model parks that opening weekend was that there was nothing like it, and an unprecedented amount of people registered to get more information on this new 55 and better community. The 9 models at the model parks fall into 3 distinct collections. You've got the Caribbean, the Island, and the Beach collection. The Caribbean includes all the villa floor plans, whereas the Beach and Island includes single-family home models. In 2020, Margaritaville added the Conch collection. Now these are shared wall cottages, and they range anywhere from 1,200 square feet to 1,481 square feet. Here are the models that you can find at their model park today. The 4 villa models are the Antigua, the Barbuda, the Jamaica, and the Nevis. These homes range from 1,507 square feet all the way up to 1,865 square feet. The single-family home models under the Beach and Island collection are the Coconut, Parrot, the Breeze, Aruba, and the Trinidad. The Beach collection ranges from 1,685 square feet all the way up to 2,393 square feet. And the largest collection That would be the Island Collection. It ranges from 2,300 square feet all the way up to 2,568 square feet. I've included a breakdown and listing of pricing in this video. Thank you so much for watching my deep dive on the Sun City and Latitude Margaritaville communities here in Bluffton. I will be doing much more content on Sun City, Latitude Margaritaville, and other Bluffton and Hilton Head Island communities. If you have a community that you want me to do a deep dive on, please leave it in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and please click the subscribe button.